If you're unfamiliar with Neon Revolt, I suggest going to neonrevolt.com, as this guy puts a lot of effort and time into each one of his articles and a lot of his research. Today he talks about Suicide Weekend, including Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade. He ties a lot into Pizzagate, Pitagate, and child sacrifice on today's True Reporting. In front of me, this article entitled Suicide Weekend Weirdness. Come on up to the lab. Hashtag Bourdain, hashtag Spade, Pizzagate, QAnon, The Great Awakening by Neon Revolt. We all know QAnon's been calling for it for a while. Next week, Suicide Weekend, Q, and that was from February 9th, post 700. And with the recent rash of suicides corroborated by some theories from the Anons, I think we might actually be at the very first start of Suicide Weekend. On the Q clock right now, it certainly lines up. So yeah, 6-9 right here. And you can download this also. Speaking of the Q clock, you should really download the new interactive version I just hyped in my last article announcement, presenting a downloadable interactive Q clock by @EvilWolf, hashtag QAnon, hashtag Great Awakening, and I'll post that down in the description below if you would like to download it and check out what that is all about. So it says, first let's get a body count. A head count thus far. Kate Spade, Anthony Bourdain, Inés Sorrentino, the younger sister of Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, Charles Williams, aka Rockin' Rebel for the ECW Wrestling. Oh no, I'm a huge wrestling fan, I didn't know that. And doubtless, we'll see many, many more. Of course, the Mockingbird media is priming the population with all kinds of stories, genuflecting about what a crisis suicide has become in our nation, what a shocking everyday occurrence it has become. All so they won't sit up and wonder what's really going on when that little itch happens in the back of their brain and makes them go, So we look here, and these are some top stories. Why U.S. suicide rate is on the rise. We see Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain. How suicide quietly morphed into a public health crisis. And then another website that says, knowing the warning signs of suicide. One is from the BBC, the New York Times, and 10 News. Nope. They want those peons programs stat. But in case you couldn't guess, I really wanted to focus on the deaths of Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain, because frankly, I don't think these are suicides at all. Why? Well, for one, hashtag CDAN has this to say. 4 for Friday, she didn't go. It was supposed to look like a murder-suicide. That had been the plan all along, the plan that had been in place since March. Then, as she began to get more and more attention and acclaim, suddenly her schedule was too busy and she couldn't make it. What to do? Improvise. Do what they always do. Make it look like all the rest they have done, but also make sure they send a message to her. Apparently, they sent her a picture with no words, just a picture. I'm guessing she got the message. In the next few weeks, we'll see if she ignores the message or continues to be brave and fight the good fight. Sedan 1 says cites a group of operatives that go around killing people and making it look like suicides. Number 2 says that this was planned since March. And number 3, make sure a message was sent to the one who didn't go down. Now, you have to remember, when I cite CDAN, I'm not just citing some crazy conspiracy theorist. This is a top lawyer in Hollywood, very well connected. He called out the likes of Kevin Spacey and Matt Lauer years in advance. His info, I trust it. So when he posts something like this, I sit up and I pay attention. And then there's also this. It's a tweet from Anthony Bourdain, and he quotes, "I am in no way an HRC fan. I've been on the receiving end of her operatives' wrath, and it ain't fun." Well, now, both citing operatives, this is where things get, then we scroll down with Anthony Bourdain with a cow bone in front of his prick. Yeah, and then we have this with his Marina Abramovic sitting on a pile of these same bones covered in blood. That's normal, right? Oh, that's not good, he says. Remember how the entertainment world operates? Mutual blackmail. They want to be able to destroy you at any moment's notice if you go off the pre-approved script with anything you do. And his social media isn't exactly more reassuring. So right here is a picture of Anthony Bourdain with blood all over his face. And he quotes, Scottish Highlands, stalking. Another tweet or Instagram post from Anthony Bourdain is a human heart in his hand. Old tweets don't help either. So this is Anthony Bourdain posting a picture of the mountains and a dirt road, and it says, at Bourdain, time for me to throw out the dead bodies and the pizza cartons. Can't wait to see you, my love. New tweets don't help for that matter either. Anthony Bourdain tweets, let's assume for purposes of discussion that HRC is Satan's consort and eats children and puppies whenever possible. In what way is Mikey Cohen, the president's fixer, not a problem? Oh, and oh God, we've just entered hashtag Pizzagate territory yet again. Anthony Bourdain at Penny's Pent PGH at Bourdain. Favorite pizza spot on Cape Cod? Spiritus. Spiritus. These are some pictures here from that. And there's kids on wings. Looks like angels, and then more baby pictures. Spiritus pizza babies coming for a slice. This is in Provincetown, Massachusetts. These people are sick, right? And then there's the matter of his girlfriend, Asia Argento, daughter of horror director Dario Argento, famous for his Three Mothers series of films, one of which they're remaking right now. The Three Mothers is an Italian movie trilogy of supernatural horror films. It consists of Suspiria, Inferno, and the Mother of Tears. Each film deals with one of the titular mothers, a triumvirate of ancient and evil witches whose powerful magic allows them to manipulate world events on a global scale. Oh, and she's probably a witch herself, which is very, very common in the entertainment industry. No, I'm being serious. We could take a look here at these pictures. I really mean it. And more of his girlfriend and kids. All doing that diamond shape with the third eye. I'm really being serious. And then more pictures. The more of the all-seeing eye, tattoos. Guys, notice the satanic tattoo in the top right-hand corner. So I believe it's up here. Yeah, that's the sigil of Lucifer. More pictures from her account. Very strange. But there's more. The shocking truth about witchcraft. As it exists today in our cities and suburbs. This is a flyer, Witchcraft, from the 1970s, rated X. Asia Argento says, the shocking truth about witchcraft. And this is just some more of her Instagram. Very strange. And even more. Asia Argento, I miss the holy horror and the white witch. Soko the cat. My name is Soko, so... Yeah, I mean, witches and all this stuff is real. It's completely real. What do you think Marina Abramovic is? She's a high priestess. And now the entertainment industry, witches are rallying around her in moment of grief. Asia Argento's friends rally around her after Anthony Bourdain's death. Asia Argento received an overwhelming amount of support on social media Friday after news emerged that her boyfriend, celebrity foodie, and prominent author Anthony Bourdain committed suicide at the age of 61. Witches, it says, please prepare the strongest protection spell you have for our sister Asia Argento today. Please lift her up with all the love and light your conjuring is capable of casting. Hashtag Anthony Bourdain. Hey, what else does her social media have to say about? Then right here, whoa, we see this picture and we are very familiar with it. And we're back into the Pizzagate territory again. Which brings us to the Instagram story image that she posted this morning, but which since has been deleted. Note the caption, you know who you are. Boy, this is an odd way to act on the day of when your love has died. It says, fuck everyone. And with a picture of, I'm not sure who that is, but she has tattoos across her chest. You know who you are. CDAN's intel is looking more and more accurate by the minute, which is what makes this next bit from a half-chan so striking. NXIVM celebrity clients. His name came up on the list of NXIVM clients who asked for underage girls 6 to 9, so he chose suicide. And it's Anthony Bourdain. The story is being scrubbed. And the skull right here is from that Cemex plant in Tucson, Arizona. A lot of channels out there are also saying that that is a hoax. It is definitely not. You people that believe that are part of the problem and will never get to where we need to be because of that. But I digress. Remember how we talked about mutual blackmail? Someone had to carry it out. That would be where NXIVM and all the private islands and getaways come into play. When asked for evidence of this claim, Anon responded, "It's on paperwork filled with the New York State Attorney's Office shared with Mr. Bourdain's lawyers, who are lawyers representing the production studio who has a contract with him." Why would a rich, famous, beloved celebrity chef kill himself when he's about to debut a new show and sign $1 million contract? Use your brains. Keith Rainier's lawyers, in order to keep their client out of prison, are starting to rat out the clients who ask for underage girls to the state and the FBI. Now, if we keep in mind that these guys operated out in the open on social media sites Q called honeypots in quotations, does @Jack's tweet this past morning surprise us? So many birds singing right now. Jack Dorsey is the CEO of Twitter and now has a nose ring. You heard it here first. Dorsey is rocking a tasteful of little nasal piercing. Anon continues and earns himself the nickname Paralegal Anon. I am paralegal, and I'm not disclosing anything that's not already going to be public information once charges are filed. Anthony Bourdain would have spent life in prison, so he chose suicide. But expect other profile celebrities and politicians to be indicted. And then he drops a bomb. PayPal. So we see, I know the gentleman on the right, it looks like, I guess these are the founders of PayPal. I mean, that looks just like Elon Musk, but I don't know if it is, but it looks just like him. So it says Roger Stone, the Brofman sisters, Doug Rutnick, David Letterman, Jerry Seinfeld, Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, Trevor Noah, John McCain, Joe Biden, just to name a few, plus pick related. Their names are rumored in our office so far. Oh my God, my mind is blown. My mind is completely blown right now. Wow. No wonder they're all protesting Trump so loudly. But hey, to interrupt and step back for a moment, here's another very odd display of grief in the wake of a loved one's suicide. Kate Spade's husband emerges in bizarre mouse mask. And he's coming out with a mask on. I mean, this is so creepy, y'all. So creepy. Yeah, I'm sure you've all seen this now. But Andy Spade shown wearing this mouse mask right after his wife committed suicide. Why? Most likely it's a sign of submission. If our villains are owls, a mouse poses no threat, if I had to guess. Spade is begging to not be suicided himself. Also notable is that this is a character from the Disney movie The Rescuers. That's a Bernard mask. Not exactly easy to find these days, I imagine. And the significance? The Rescuers is about two mice who have to save an adolescent girl named Penny from kidnappers. So yeah, this is a double signal to me. Add this to the strange circumstances around Kate Spade's death. She was hung with a red scarf. Her suicide note was addressed to her daughter and told her to ask him why she did it. In Andy Spade's art collection, I got a major Podesta vibes from that. So here's more of it. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I've never seen this picture until now, and just look at that. Yeah, definitely a Podesta vibe. That's a photo of his daughter, by the way. Here he is posing here with Nabokov's Lolita. And it says, Bakova's right here. Up here in the corner, that's one of his books. This is what the gentleman looks like. Add that to some very specific imagery for men's wear. Line. Jack Spade. And a ping pong paddle, of course. Oh, look at that. Ping pong. Yeah, we just went back into Pizzagate territory again for the third time. But to get back to Bourdain for a moment, why would they want him dead? Quite simply because they were breaking the rules of their mutual blackmail world, and publicly going after someone higher up on the ladder, Weinstein. Asia Argento. I was raped by Harvey Weinstein here at Cannes. This festival was his hunting ground. She actually attempted to tell her story before, but with a layer of plausible deniability by fictionalizing it. My understanding is that she wrote Scarlet Diva in 1999 and got the movie made in 2000. Warning, that article has a clip attached and the clip is pretty rough, even with the censoring. So it says, Asia Argento reenacts Weinstein's rape in Scarlet Diva, Daily Mail Online. So with all this in mind, reread C. Dan's drop. It was supposed to look like a murder-suicide. That had been the plan all along. The plan that had been in place since March. Then, as she began to get more and more attention and acclaim, suddenly her schedule was too busy and she couldn't make it. What to do? Improvise. Do what they always do. Make it look like all the rest they have done. But also make sure that they send a message to her. Apparently they sent her a picture with no words, just the picture. I'm guessing she got the message, and in the few weeks we will see if she ignores the message or continues to be brave and fight the good fight. My theory? After the arrest of Rainier in March, who was the head leader at the NXIVM cult, which fits our timeline, certain celebrities got spooked and wanted to start talking to try to get ahead of this thing, because Harvey wasn't planning on talking then himself. He still had Attorney General Schneiderman in power as his protection. Sure, it's probable that Bourdain did some horrible things, but if you can make your deeds pale in comparison to someone really evil, you might still make it out alive. Unless that really evil person catches wind of what you're trying to do and pulls a few strings, calls in a few last favors. Yeah, to me this looks like more and more like Harvey or someone above him has ordered some kind of hit squad. Not surprising when you consider he hired Black Cube, ex-Mossad, to stalk and intimidate people in the past. Ex-Mossad is basically an Israeli CIA. Then we look down here. Harvey Weinstein's Army of Spies. The film executive hired private investigators, including ex-Mossad agents, to track actresses and journalists. With the card-carrying member of the cabal poised to lose everything, is it really all that surprising that they'd be willing to commit several murders in order to preserve whatever power and influence they have left? These people eat babies for lunch, literally. You know what I always say, hashtag no coincidences. I won't be surprised at all if we see a lot more deaths in the coming days. And I totally concur with Neon Revolt. If you've never gotten to go to neonrevolt.com, please go do that now. I'm sending all foot traffic to Neon Revolt. If you enjoyed this and you found it informative, please subscribe to my channel. Also, please visit Neon Revolt's Gab account and send him some donations, because this guy really goes in depth when it comes to journalism. I also have a second channel just in case something happens to this one, True Reporting 2.0. And also I have a Patreon account if you would like to donate to me, because I have made some upgrades on this channel, and you know, the more support, the more I can do with it, and the better presentation I can give to you guys. So with that being said, I think that's it for today. I hope you're all safe out there. Be kind to one another, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.